Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if this is your first time. In today's video, I'm going to be trying something new. I'm going to be doing a braid and curl. So I have these perm rods that are actually kind of big, and I'm just going to braid and then curl. Okay, so if you're interested, just stay tuned. All right guys, so the first product that I'm going to be going in with is the Melanin Twist Elongating Style Cream. This is a new one for me, and so I'm trying it out and trying to figure out ways to use it. But the reason I'm using this is because it is super moisturizing, and it's like a thick butter cream, and so I'm hoping that this gives me the moisture that I need. And then after I put the melanin through all my sections, I'm gonna go in with the Wetline Extreme Gel, and this is for the hold, so that I can hold that braid and curl throughout the week. So the first thing I'm going to do, I've already shampooed and deep conditioned my hair using my Shea Moisture products. If you don't know which ones, it's the Manuka Honey and Yogurt, and I'll have my shampoos video linked above. But I'm going to go ahead and take these sections down and start going in with the cream. I'm going to just do the cream in all 4 sections. And then once I have the cream all throughout my hair, I'm going to start individually putting the gel in as I braid and curl. So again, this product is just very thick and moisturizing. It doesn't do much for me for curl definition, but it is just amazing moisture wise. Ooh. Alright, so I'm going to apologize in advance for the back and forth between voiceover and then talking on camera, but I did want to jump in and say I definitely overdid it with the cream here. I think I was thinking in my head wash and go, but this wasn't, and so it does come back to bite me later. Alright, so I got that cream now in all 4 of my sections. I'm trying to decide whether I want to do big braids because my perm rods are fairly big. But I feel like if I do too big, then I won't get the definition I'm looking for. So I'm gonna try to meet somewhere in the middle. This is how juicy that section is looking. I actually do have pretty good curl definition. But what I'm gonna do is break this section right here in half. And then I think I'm gonna do 2 braids in each section. Like in each half section. So 4 braids total. I still think that may be too small, but we're gonna see. So I'm gonna part this one. I'm not doing perfect parts because I don't really care. And then I'm gonna grab my dimming brush and just go ahead and detangle this section. That feels so good and so smooth, y'all. Look how smooth my hair looks with that cream in it. Alright. And then I'm gonna grab my big boy that I can't get open and I am going to grab a decent amount of my Wetline. Again, the reason I'm using Wetline is so that I can get that that hold in the braid and curl. I'm not applying any water because, you know, this isn't a wash and go, but I want these sections to be good and held together. You know, I want the definition. So, let's go ahead and start this thing. I'm going to move this one out the way. All right, and I'm just going to start a braid. I'm going to get a little bit more on my roots. I'm gonna go ahead and start this braid. Okay, no, I definitely don't think these are gonna be too big. I think they're gonna be fine size-wise. And I think I'm going to braid probably about halfway down and then go in with the perm rod. So yeah, about right there. I'm gonna pull this together, grab my perm rod, and just start to, ooh, it's gonna be a big one. I don't know, y'all. I don't know how this is gonna look, y'all. This might not work, but we're going to at least try. Side note, I do like how this wet line feels on top of this melanin cream. Like, we might have to wash and go that thing. Do y'all see this? Okay, we might have to wash and go that thing another day. All right, so I got 2 of these in. I'm gonna continue working on these and playing with these, and I'll come back and show you once I get to the front, because I feel like I might have it down packed a little bit more. So yeah, I'll see y'all in the next clip. All right, you guys, so it did take me a little bit of time to get the hang of this. You can tell this is clearly different from how I did the first roll, but this was my first time doing this style, so it did take practice turns to figure out how this really works. So what I realized is it's more of braiding my root. Initially I was doing like a braid halfway down, when really truly since I had such big perm rods, in order to get my hair to really go over the rod enough times, I really just kind of had to focus on braiding the roots and then go ahead and have enough to go over the size of the perm rod. But I do love how smooth that melanin cream and that extreme wet line together. Like, my hair was so smooth. I was initially worried about, it curling up over the rods and not being able to get it smooth, especially I'm not using like a mousse or anything for this. Those two together, my hair, you can see it here, it just smooths out and straightens out, and it goes over that rod so well. So I was very happy about that, and so I'm gonna let you guys just continue to see. This is pretty much the method and technique. You do see, I mentioned to you guys earlier about the amount of cream that I used. You can definitely see here that it is just way too much, and so I talk about that once all of this dries. But I do have all of these throughout my hair now. I don't remember how many I had, but because these perm rods are so big, I did not have a lot of braids. I think each section may have had 4, so I may have had 16 braid and perm rods in total. Yeah, so this is after they dried. Now, it took this so long to dry. Not only y'all are gonna see the kind of cream residue, but not only do I have cream residue, but it also took hours for this to dry, like hours. I set under the dryer, then I slept in them, then I got up and sat under the dryer again. I think when I do this the second time, I will probably use smaller rods. That would definitely cut down my dry time. My braids dry fine, but the hair that was wrapping around the perm rod, it just took it a good time to dry. And in some sections, especially in the back, I got impatient and I just took them down so they didn't have the definition like they normally would. But yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and continue taking these down. I think I will hop back off the voiceover. Again, I apologize for the back and forth. It was late and I got tired and lazy. Alright, guys, so my hair is now completely dry. I'm sorry for the back and forth jumping between voiceover and me talking to you on camera. Your girl was tired last night. But anyway, so I was showing you guys that it looks like I do have some cream that's kind of dried up in some areas. It is dry. I kept thinking, getting back under the dryer, thinking it wasn't dry. It is dry. I just think I may have overdone it with the amount of cream. That cream is thick, so you don't need a lot. And I think that's why, but I'm going to try to use some oil and kind of fluff these and hopefully get that dried cream out. So this is the Melanin Pure Oil Blend. I've been loving this as well. So I just put that on my hands and I'm just gonna rub that in just to help me take these down. Now, I think it's gonna be kind of tricky because these are braided. So first I'm gonna go ahead and get separated each of the little braid, and then I'm going to unravel and start to undo that braid. I try my best not to borrow hair from the other strands because I know that's going to cause frizz and issues, but we will see. All right, so this is what those look like. Again, do have some of that cream throughout that I may have to try to work through, but it looks cute. I'm gonna, like I said, continue taking these down. I'm probably gonna come off camera. I'll take all these down, let you guys see, and then I'll go off camera and like fluff and get them, you know, styled for real, because that's gonna take a little minute. But I will say, I never get perm rod sets or flexi rod sets right, and this is the closest I've gotten to that using the products that I used. And I'm thinking, because I did do a braid and curl, I may be able to stretch really well, especially at these roots, and get some length. That is what I'm excited about. Okay, so I took them all down. This is what they look like right now. I already started up here in the front, but what I'm just gonna do off camera to show you guys is I'm gonna take these pieces and just separate them. And as I separate them, again, I'm gonna be twirling the ends. So, oops, wrong way. Make sure you twirl it the right way, so that I get, you know, more volume, fluff. And then I'm probably going to stretch these a little bit, and I'm hoping that'll help get some of that dried up cream out of some of these sections. But yeah, this is essentially what I'm gonna be doing, is just separating these out, and then I'm gonna stretch my roots, and then I will come back and show you guys how this turned out. I'm actually a little excited about it. Yeah, I will be back. Alright y'all, so these are my final results. I actually really do like this style. Like, first of all, using that melanin twist elongating style cream and that wet line together is exactly what I needed. I'm gonna try that probably for braid outs, and probably maybe for a wash and go too, because they just go so well together. The wet line gave me the hold so that these curls on the end will stay, but the melanin gave me so much moisture. They're not dry. I do have some frizz in some places, but that's a result of the rod not drying, not my hair being dry. So yes, I love how this turned out. You guys just saw my hair in its entirety. It's so fluffy, moves so well. The only thing that I may change next time is either using smaller rods, perm rods, or doing a different method as far as braid and curl. So maybe like a twist and curl, just to see. And I also definitely will not use as much cream. I did go through and pick out most of the little hard white specks, but I do still have some. And you know, we don't want nobody thinking we got dandruff or nothing. So I just put some oil on my fingers, and as I was stretching my hair and unraveling and creating, you know, the body, I did have to go in and get some of those hard pieces of cream out. But other than that, this is how my hair turns out. Again, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed to my channel, please hit that subscribe button. And if you have any questions or comments, if you think I should do smaller rods or a different method, I do want to do like a braid and curl or twist and curl. I don't want to do straight perm rods because I just don't. I want to try something different. So if you have any suggestions, any methods that you use, let me know in the comment section, and I will see y'all in my next video. Bye.